Hi, God. Thanks for the shine. Okay, so, all right. We're getting better. We're getting better at this one right here. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so we got the camera in front of us for our confession now. We got the computer over here to the left of us so we can, quickly look up words and things like that. And then we got, check this out right here. So then we got the holy book over here to the right of us, right? So we're set now. We're set, right? So this is basically the rig, and I'm thinking this is how the rig can go because I can pop this up anywhere and everywhere, right? And then I could just go, and then when I want to talk, right, and I want to show God what's up, and I'm like, yo, what's up, God? Let's have a conversation, man, right? Boom, I just throw this up and I'm ready, man. This is it, right? So come on, Loki. And then, I can have Loki with us. And then Loki comes with us. And, I got my tea, so check this out, right? It's morning time. So look, this is I made this right here. This says Meme Warrior, right? And then look at on the back of it right here. And look at it. It says, save the planet, eat the babies, right? And then, so I made this cup a while ago because I remember there was a woman that, she went to like this presentation where there was like a bunch of political people there, our public servants, right? And then they were talking about climate change. They were like, climate change. Oh my God, it's getting hot, right? And then they were just like, what are we going to do? Oh, I guess we got to stop everything. We got to stop all the fossil fuel production because it's getting too hot, man. And once it gets too hot, then we're not going to have any power. And then the world's going to end by 2030 and everything's just going to go boom, right? So then I'm just like, oh my gosh, what's up with these people, right? But then there was a woman who hopped up and then she was just like, she was so passionate. She was like, we must save the planet. We must eat the babies, right? And you could tell that she was not being serious. She was joking, but she was performing, right? So she was performing in front of the public servants, and then it was fun because it hit home because it was true, because basically that's what they're saying, so all of the political people were saying, like, yo, I don't know if we can have any more babies, right? And then it's just like, so now we got a bunch of people out there, who just aren't having babies anymore, man. They're just like, oh no, why are we going to have babies if the world is going to end, right? So they tell all these young people, that are coming up, and then they watch the screen, and then on the screen, all you see is just doom. It's just like, it's like, man, dude, like I wish, and I know it's going to happen, that they would stop that, because, we need people to be able to see, right? And if they can't see that what it is that they're saying might not be true, right? Because why would God create a world that we can't function in? I don't know, so I just know that my creator would never do that, and I know that all men and all women and all women are in the image of God, so it's like, why would he do that? Why would father, why would mother say, hey, we're going to have a bunch of children, and then we're going to put them in this place, in this environment, and then, if they mess it up, dude, it's just going to go bye-bye. Yeah, I don't, that's just what's up with this climate change people, man. They're just so much funny. But that's why on this Meme Warrior cup, I had this right here, because it was just funny. It was like, yeah, that's never going to happen, man. It's never going to happen. But I know that there's a lot of people who believe it's going to happen, because like in California right now, we got, rolling blackouts hopping on right now. And then there's fires, and then there's all of this stuff, because, I think that the time is being reset again, right? So you have all of this stuff that's going on, right? Because they're saying, look at over here instead of over there, right? So they're distracting the people, right? Let me take a sip. So you got a lot of people distracting the people, because they just don't want them to focus on what they should be focusing on, which would be themselves, right? So you should be focusing on yourself. You should be focusing on the conversations that you have with God, and then how you're going to walk with God, and then how you're going to, walk with the Holy Ghost, and how you're going to walk with Christ. And you're just going to be like, yo, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to crush, man. We're going to make this world so fire, so dope. It's just going to be so much fun. I mean, that's how I look at it, right? That's how I look at it, because every team that I've ever been on, that's how I've always been, right? I'm just like, yo, this team is fire, right? This team is fire. We got the best squad ever, right? And then now I know I am on the best squad ever, right? Because there's nothing higher, man. There's nothing higher than what you can get right here, right? Because like I was on teams that were for sport, right? You know, I was on sport team. That was cool. That was fun. You get to hang out with the people and, you know, like do stuff, right? And then play games, right? Then I was on a team, you know, called the military. That was fun. That was cool, right? And then you get to do things like go out there and, you know, like protect and, you know, and then play war. But you're really not playing war because I was a healer, you know, so I was a body man. So I was like trying to make sure that the body was okay. And then you do that and then you're like, that's a cool team. That's a fire team, right? Then you go on a team in the operating room and then you're in a surgical team and you're like, yeah, we got to work on the body, man, because, you know, we got to make sure that they get out there and they're better, right? You know, so we got to make sure when they come in, because they come in with pain, and when they leave, they got to have less pain, man. That's all we did. That's all we did in surgery, right? You know, so I've always been on teams where we've always been helping and we've always been like serving people or playing with people. That's it now, right? You know, so now I'm on God Squad, right? And then God Squad is just fire, man. You know, it's just so simple, right? You know, because I got God, you know, I got Christ, you know, and I got Holy Ghost, right? That's it. And then they got me, right? And then, you know, I'm the one that they say, get out there and go do that stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'll go do it. You know, you point, I'll go. Scary simple, right? You know, so that's all we do now, man. It's just so much fun. But, you know, that was my little bit. I don't even know why I started off on that bit, because I'm just thinking, you know, just about like the teams, you know, because it was about save the planet, eat the babies, right? We can't do that, right? We got to protect the little ones now, right? And in the way that we protect the little ones is by teaching them and showing them, and we show them the word, man. And that's where we're in full circle, right? So check this out right here. You see that, right? So this is what I wrote today, right? Because this is going to be the flow that I'm going to go for the Bible today, you know, the Holy Bible. So I had to write it down so then that way I can get organized, right? You know, because this is just what I do, right? So I'm going to read these words and these are going to be the key words. So this is how I always organize myself. I always say, hi, God, thanks for the shine. Seriously, right? Then I go, keyword flow. Ready, go, right? And then here goes a quest, bit, script, word, go, show, flow, right? Now I got Holy Bible. This is what Holy Bible is. One paper. One paper. That's what it means. Holy means one. Bible means paper. Done. Okay? Here we go. These are going to be the words we're going to look at today. We got fish, and then fish is just a fish, right? And then when you got fish and you're like, well, what is a fish then, right? Then you look it up and it says water animal, and then water just means wet, right? And an animal just means to breathe, right? We're done, right? Once we get to the breath, we're done, man. It's simple. It's scary simple. Okay, so let's keep it going. We got fowl. Fowl is flyer. Flyer is to flow. You know, PLEU. Done. Okay, that's what that means. Beast. You got beast as animal. BESTIA. Done. That's it. Okay. Cattle. Cattle is head. You know, KAPUT. Done. All right, let's keep it going. Man. Man is man. Male or female. MEN. Men. Plural. To think. Done. Done. All right, remember that. Okay, image. Image is to copy. You know, AIM. You see that? AIM. Done. All right, let's keep it going. God. God is to call, invoke, to speak. GHEUE. Done. Okay, thank you, God. Thank you, Most High. I love you. Right, you know, all right, provision. Provision is provide. Provide is forward to see. Okay, PERWEID. Done. All right, let's keep it going. Food. Food is fed. Fed is to protect. PA. Done. What? Done. All right, cool. Okay, so we're going to look at Genesis headlines, chapter 1, verse 20 through 31. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at. And here goes the headlines, right? Creation of fish, fowl, beasts, and cattle. Done. Got it good. Okay, creation of man in the image of God. Done. Got it good. Provisions for food. Done. Got it good. Right, that's day 5, day 6, and we're done, man. We're done. Okay, so those are the words, man. Those are the words that are in the chapters that we're going to read, right? Because just like this now, man. This is what we do now, right? So we're putting these tracks down because this is the memory, right? You're watching a living memory being created in real time, so then that way, we can always come back and we can always look at it and we can see, well, what's the word? Tell me about Genesis, right? And then you get to look at Genesis, right? You see that? There goes Genesis right there, right? So then you get to look at Genesis and you get to see the birth, right? You get to see how we were birthed, right? And this is how we were birthed, meaning man, right? I know there's a bunch of different languages out there, and I know that there's a bunch of different ways that people see and understand how they were created. This is how I was created, right? This is how man was created, right? And then that's just how I love it now, man. It's just so simple. It's so easy. It's so clean. I know because I speak English, right? I got that angle. We speak that English, right? And then this was the language that I came up in. So this is what I know, right? So I'm always trying to track down the English because the English is it's a mixture. It's a mixture of a bunch of other languages, it reminds me of me, right? Because my mother was one thing, my father was one thing, they had sex and then they got me, and then that's just how it is, man. So every time you have a mother and you have a father and then they come together and then they create, you're getting something new. You're getting something different, right? It's coming from them. It is of them, but it is not them. Remember that, man. Remember that, right? You were not your mother. You were not your father, but you were of them. You were created through them, right? I am not God, right? You are not God, but we are of God, right? Because God created us, man. It just goes like that. It's so simple once you get these words, man. Okay, let's keep it going. All right, so here we go. Let me have a sip, man. I could just go on and on and on sometimes because I just like talking with you, God. You're so much fun. Thank you. And thank you for hanging out with me during these confessions because, it's like I don't get a lot of people to talk to, about these things that, that we think about, but then it's like when we think about it, then it's like I got spirit that I can always speak with. I got Holy Ghost that I can always speak with and they comfort me. I got Christ that I can always speak with and he comforts me. I got God I can always speak with and he comforts me. Right. I got it all, man. I got a good squad, man. Thank you. I love you guys. Right. All right. So check this out. Here we go. I know you know the story, but we're going to tell you anyway. All right. So here we go. Creation of fish, fowl, beasts, and cattle. 20. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. Got it, good. 21. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw this, and God saw that, and it was good. All right, so we got the water creatures and we got the air creatures, and God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning wore the fifth day. Done. All right, so we got that one good, right? And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Cool, man. God's so cool, man. All right, here we go. Creation of man in the image of God. Hi, man. What's up? Okay, so check this out. 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Done. Okay? 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Got it good, done. Okay, 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, right? And have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Done. Okay, remember that, right? Provisions for food. Got it good? Let's go. 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree, yielding seeds, to you it shall be meat. Oh, okay. Go. Let's keep it going. 30. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. Done. Okay. 31. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. Done. Right? So we got this, man. We got this, right? So we always like using 26 and then 27 in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27, the creation of man in the image of God, right? Because so we walk around this realm, and then, a lot of people are always curious, who you think you are? Why do you have so much confidence and blah, blah, blah? And I'm just like, dude, I'm just me. I'm just me, right? And then, I have to always walk around the realm like that, right? Because I was always cool with me, right? And I was always fine with me being me, right? Because I came from two different worlds, essentially, right? Because I had a mother from one realm, and then I had a father from another realm, and then boom, they got me, and then I'm a new man. I am something new. I am something different. I am never before seen. This is new, right? So then I have to walk around, and then I got to interface with all these other people, and then they all hang out in their own tribes and their own cliques, and then I just had to go and I had to walk with them, and I had to talk with them and be like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Right? And I was like, hey, girl, what's up? How you doing? Right? And then I would just hang out like that, right? And then I would just get along with people, right? I would get along with people at school. I would get along with people at work. I would get along with people, just hanging out, everywhere, right? And then, it's because I never really judge people. I just always like talking with people because I like to see where they come from. I always like to hear stories, right? I always like to hear, well, where'd you come from? How did you become you? Seriously, I'm looking at you, and then, I know you had a mother. I know you had a father. Where do they come from? What's their story, right? And then that's just what I've done. And then, now that I see, that God had a plan, he had a plan for me, right? And then he made me. Right, and then I was just like, wow, man, I am so blessed, because I wasn't programmed, I wasn't programmed by tribes. I wasn't programmed by groups of people from cultures. Seriously, I'm not programmed by any culture, right? I had to just go out there, and I had the screen program me, the TV program me, but then it programmed me because I watched good programs, that showed family, right? Because I didn't have the normal upbringing. I didn't have the mother and the father that were there in the same house, right? It was totally different, right? But because of that upbringing, I was blessed, right? I was totally blessed, right? And then everything was cool, right? So now, this is what I'm supposed to do, right? Is that we're all supposed to tell our story, right? We're all supposed to show our story. And then we show, how did man become man? How did you become what you became, man? And this is what I want to see, right? I want to see it in everyone, right? And this is why I always ask questions with people, which sometimes they think is just over the top, right? Because literally I want to know everything that you wish to share with me. And then that's just what I do now, man. So I always like to see how other people were created, right? Because now that I know that God created all men, all women, all children, everything, I'm cool, man. I'm set, right? And now I can go talk to all these people in all these different, I guess you would call them jurisdictions, in all these different realms that they live in, because people create their own little bubbles, and in that bubble they have a whole world, and then there's definitions and terms, and you're like, yo, what do you guys call yourself? What do you do? How are you? How do you get down? Right? This is all we do now, right? We just go out there and we walk with God, right? We walk with Christ, we walk with the Spirit, right? And then we just like to talk. That's it, man. And then we like to show the word because we like to speak, right? In the beginning was the word, and the word was God. Scary simple, right? So that's it, man. We knocked this one out. So we got the holy book, right? We got that one paper, look at that. Watch this. See that? That's one paper, right? That's called the Holy Bible right there. You know, you write the words down, you're done. We can all do this now, man. You know, so that's it. All right, you know, so I'm done. I'm going to upload this. You know, I'm going to go have some fun. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.